Hi there, I'm Tyler Jeffcoat with Seller Accountant. Happy New Year. I hope your 2021 was great and I hope your 2022 is even better. One of the questions that we get, especially this time of year with taxes looming in the next few months is, Tyler, what's the difference between an accountant and a CPA? Or a certified public accountant. That's what CPA means. And, it's a little bit of a weird question, but it's worth answering. So accounting is a broad umbrella, almost like you think about like being a doctor or being an engineer is a broad umbrella. Within that umbrella, accounting, there are different disciplines that are practiced. You might be a mergers person, or you might be a tax-focused person, or you might be an auditor, right? There are different things that you might focus on as an accountant. And the most popular and probably most prestigious certificate that you could earn to become a certified accountant is the CPA, or certified public accountant. To get your CPA, you have to have a bunch of accounting courses, and then you have to pass 4 ridiculous tests. And so those tests are, it could be anything from auditing to business environments and concepts. The third one's financial accounting and reporting, and then there's regulation. And so for me, I'm an accountant because my degree is in accounting, but I chose not to become a CPA because 85% of what I just listed to you there in terms of the content in those tests are not relevant to what I want to do in my career. I'm not a tax guy. I don't want to file taxes for people. A CPA is one of the 2 easiest or most common ways to become a registered advocate with the IRS. The other way is to become an enrolled agent. You don't have to be a CPA to file taxes. It's just one of the more common ways to do it. I don't want to be an auditor, although we do auditing internally within our company here. I don't want to understand the regulations that FedEx or Amazon or Apple or a Fortune 500 company would have to follow. Those regulations aren't important to me because I'm a CFO for small businesses, right? And so when it comes to the difference between a CPA is a CPA has a really strong credential that touches a million different areas within public accounting, but you'll find that CPAs still end up niching down. They still have a specialty. They've either lived in the tax world, which is what a lot of them do in private practice, or they've been the auditor for this particular function of Coca-Cola for 10 years or something like that, right? And so, that's the difference. A CPA has a certification. Not all CPAs are made equally. Most of the tax practicing CPAs that we encounter here at Seller Accountant, to be honest with you, they actually do not like bookkeeping and they really do not like e-commerce at all. And so we partner. In fact, I think one of our best referral partners are actually a pile of CPAs that are looking for someone that really gets the accounting for e-commerce. That's what Seller Accountant does. They stay in their lane and they do taxes. We don't do taxes. I have a CPA do my taxes. And so you need to have a really good either CPA or enrolled agent to help you with your tax filing each year, help you understand where all your income's coming from. Maybe you have some real estate. Maybe your spouse has a job. You've got a couple of businesses. You've got this Amazon business. Making the right deductions, understanding the tax laws of your state or multiple states and for the federal government. That is a core role for you to have in your team, in your back pocket. For me, it's a CPA here in town. Great guy. Happy to refer him to you, by the way. And then you also need to have another couple of legs in your financial team. You got to have a really good bookkeeper, whether it's an outsourced firm like Seller Accountant or whether I hire someone or whether I do it myself. I've got to have good, defendable, investor grade. If you're an e-commerce seller, I would argue accrual financials. My books have got to be solid so that I know where my business is going and what may need to be corrected or what's fine, what's really doing well. And then I also need to have a good analyst or advisory wing. I've got to have some way of using spreadsheets and data and expertise to kind of have this CFO function. When are we going to run out of cash? When should we expand to Shopify outside of just Amazon? Or when should we look at an international channel? When should we launch a new product? When should we kill a new product, right? That might be you. Again, you might be a really heavy financial mind as the CEO of your business, but if it's not, that's another teammate. And so your tax guy is rarely your bookkeeper in e-commerce, and they might rarely be your CFO. Those are 3 distinct functions. seller accountant's not the tax guy. We can do the other two. We're CFO, we're bookkeeping. We are super happy to refer the tax business to the pros where that's all they do. They're the specialist. I don't want the podiatrist doing my arm surgery, right? I want the lady who all she does is fix bones. That's kind of where we fall within this bigger umbrella of accounting. So hopefully that clarifies it. Accountants, CPAs. CPA is an accountant. An accountant isn't always a CPA. You got to build your team based on the right functions for your brand. Take care.